Today is Saturday the 15th of October 2016. This is the Motorhome and Caravan Show at Birmingham National Exhibition Centre in the United Kingdom. This is the stand of Vantage Motorhomes, and this is the Neo, a van conversion on a 2.3 litre Fiat Ducato. So coming over to the information side, we see the price, 56,000, and it's 636 centimeters long. It's got a rear lounge. So let's have a little bit think about a rear lounge. Well, sitting up here, now you can sit in the chairs around here, and you've got your table and your kitchen right next to each other, and you can see down there you've got a place for a store for another table. So if you want to sit in the lounge at the back, you can do that, or you can sit up here now and eat. Now you may be wondering about the food. Well, it's all plastic and just in fact that one's real, sorry, I shouldn't have touched that. Now you've got your cooker there. It's a British spec, so it's a high spec. That has to say, you've got an oven, you've got 3 burner rings, you've got an electric fridge, very sensible. It runs off the solar, which is up there. Now at present that's on 13.7, which is pretty good for being inside, but of course it is connected to the mains. You've got a bit of hanging space in there, and you've got a rather largish washroom in here, and I'm going to get inside just to make the point of how high it is. There's me, and I'm 175, so plus what? So you've got about 10 centimeters more clearance, so it's 185 there. One point is though, I think a sliding door would be better, so I'm going to mention that to them. The reason for that is when you're in bed, you come out, you open the door, it's a bit difficult to get into. It's best if the door opens in the direction of the bed. Now, I know what you're thinking, that while you use the toilet more often during the day, well, yes, that's true, although in this case you would be, during the day, you'd probably be here anyway, and so you'd still have the same problem. But second point is, when you wake up in the middle of the night, you need, we say, easier access to the toilet than you do during the day, particularly if you've been drinking the previous evening. I'm sitting now in the lounge. You can make this into an enormous double bed. You can even get 3 people in should you be so inclined. Another little feature up here is you've got space for a table for your, in this case, your food or drinks or whatever, whilst you're sitting at the back. Now, the disadvantage obviously of a lounge where you have to make the beds up is that you have to make the beds up. On the other hand, it does give you this space to sit inside, which I believe is due to a British tradition of sitting inside vehicles and looking at the scenery. The lights can be dimmed if so required, and obviously there's a big fly screen which goes across the door, very useful when next to lakes and all the rest of it. But in any case, you don't want to get insects in your vehicle, and if you, one thing incidentally which you can do to keep them out, and I think I ought to go into this subject in more detail later, is you can get a little burner which you can leave somewhere around here. It's when you put a candle in, so it's like a tea light, and you put water in, and that you put something like lavender essence, which gives a very nice smell in my opinion, or you can use citronella, and insects don't like this at all. They will not come in. I've also tried geranium, and that's worked, so that's a great thing to use, and you would leave it just there. Here we have extra power. That's a electricity pod, so that you pull that open, and that's got your power points in there.
There's a lot of buyers out there that obviously.
And here we have even more storage space. Nice little place. Now, when I lived in a VW, I kept my bedding up there. There's not a huge amount of space for bedding, but you could get a little bit up there should you so desire.